Do you want to see some more Unhinged t-shirts? Let's head over to Aliexpress and take a look at some of the ones they got there. Hello and welcome to episode 36 of Soup Saturday. My name is Rek, and today we've got a new soup to try. The soup of the day is steak and potato. There's also a bunch of mushrooms in here. Feel like they probably should have just included that on the can. But this soup looks good. I'm excited. Let's try it out. Alright. Not terrible. First bite, my honest opinion, it was a little bit bland. Summer men's t-shirt, 3D printing, full body printing clothing, design funny, pattern casual, street round neck, short sleeve top. Who doesn't love a good shirt of, just an overweight, hairy guy? Who doesn't love that? I've seen aprons with like this similar design on it before. Now they just have it on t-shirts so that you can wear it all the time instead of just while you're cooking. This is one of those shirts that I don't really know who this is supposed to be for, like who is buying this, but 101 people have bought it so far, so it must be a good shirt by that standard. I have a question though. Where's the women's version of this? Where's the shirt that I can get that just has huge, saggy bongos drooping down? Where is that? Because I want to wear that one. That's the one that I want. Aliexpress, make it happen. The ball is in your court. I'm just giving you free ideas at this point. Send me one. Let's get a bite with some of the mushrooms in it. The mushrooms aren't bad. They taste pretty good in it. Yeah, it's not bad. It just, I don't know why it tastes kind of bland. Basketball Funny Jesus t-shirt for men. Prank personality streetwear t-shirts, hip-hop, street, outdoor, sports, fashion, men's tee. Jesus playing basketball, a classic t-shirt design, but this one's pretty good because at least they have a few different options with this one, alright? So, you have this first one where Jesus is just juking out and breaking Satan's ankles and, just absolutely clobbering him on the court. We got that one. We have this other one, which I don't even know if this is Jesus, but I'm gonna assume maybe it is. They're still carrying basketballs, so this must be after the game and they just absolutely wrecked Satan. Who knows where they're heading next? Then we just have this third option of Jesus cuddling a dinosaur. So, to me, these shirts just tell a story, right? He had to go fight Satan, beat him in basketball, absolutely juke him out, break his ankles, claimed victory, went with his homie, and then they just went and saved this dinosaur. It's a beautiful, very touching story. I love it. I'm gonna buy all three. I don't really know if the last one counts as basketball, but for the sake of the story, it's the end game. It's the end of the story. Beautiful storytelling. I really like they were upping, instead of just doing random t-shirts, we're telling a whole story with it. Beautiful. I love it. 10 out of 10. You just have to buy all three if you get one of these. You're required to. There's a lot of potatoes in here. This is a very heavy, loaded soup. Be prepared to eat like 2 entire potatoes worth in this soup. Chunk of meat. The steak's not bad. The steak is juicy, and it kind of falls apart in your mouth. Not terrible. I feel like it's the potatoes. I feel like potatoes just sitting in a canned soup for a while don't really last well, because every time there's potato, it tastes weird. This isn't bad, though. It might redeem itself. Hitler, funny cat animal meme t-shirt gift for men, women, fashion, casual humor style tee, shirt high quality, O-neck cotton t-shirt. All right, so first impression, this shirt's kind of crazy. But people want to give Walmart a hard time because they decided to sell this rocks, paper, scissors t-shirt, but Aliexpress just takes it one step further. They just literally put Hitler on t-shirts and sell it. Cat Hitler. Now, I'm of German descent. I don't know if you could tell by my schnoz, but I don't think that legally I'm allowed to wear this shirt. I don't really know anybody who would wear this, but it's definitely a shirt that you can buy. This is another one of those shirts that I don't really know who this is for, but 24 people have bought it, so there you go. I guess Nazis still exist. We learned nothing from World War II. Crazy shirt though, very unhinged. Not sure where you could even wear this because it's a literal hate crime, but you can. There you go. Gotta give it a good sniff test. Not a lot of steak, mostly potato. Lesbians eat what? Graphic t-shirt, unisex, casual, high quality, pure cotton t-shirt, men, women, fashion, oversized, streetwear t-shirts. So I'm pretty sure that this is what Trump meant when he said that they're eating the cats and the dogs. I'm pretty sure this is what he's referring to. You got a nice variety of colors to pick from. The design seems pretty quality in itself. You know, it just all around seems like a great shirt design. This is pretty mint. It seems like a pretty solid shirt. Premium quality. Can almost guarantee that this shirt's gonna feel like it's made out of sandpaper because of where you're buying it from. I have no idea what extra small and then old means. Does it mean that you just have to be old in order to buy the extra small? Because like, what if I wanted to buy the extra small and wear it? I'm not that old, I don't think. Is it just only for, you know, old little goblins to wear? Why can't I get the extra small and wear it? Why do I have to be old in order to... Maybe it's like a seniority thing, you know? You gotta earn that right. You gotta age and get old, and then you're allowed to wear the extra small t-shirt. Do you have to be old in order to acquire the extra small t-shirt? Seems like it. It's only for old little goblins. At least tell me the age that I have to be so I can look forward to it. 10 out of 10. Love this design. Cats. I've met a couple lesbians in my time that also eat soup, so subscribe to Soup Saturday. Join us every week, eat a new soup, and talk about some stuff. Link below. The meat is pretty good. The steak pieces are pretty good. I never dreamed that one day I'd become a grumpy old man, but here I am, killing it. Vintage alphabets pattern t-shirts for men, summer fashion old men funny 3D printed t-shirts. All right, so I have a hot take. I don't really know that shirts like this existing really help with the whole like stigma that old people are just these cranky, bitter, just people. But clearly there's a market for something because people keep buying these shirts. So there's just so many different fonts that are happening on this shirt. It just feels overwhelming. Maybe pick one or two, maybe three is kind of pushing it, but graphic design wise, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Maybe just limit it to like one or two fonts. This design looks wild, but I know most people don't really care about that, so I'm gonna sound like a grumpy old man when I say this, but I hate the design of this shirt. I think it looks bad. I think it looks terrible. Maybe that's the goal, is to just make more grumpy old people by giving them these like poorly designed shirts, and then it just fits. Then it just, you know, it just works. Just make more of them. We gotta make more grumpy old men, give them poorly designed t-shirts, telling the world about how grumpy they are, even if they're not. I don't know why I stir it so much, like it's gonna make it taste any different. It's not. So the only thing in here Potatoes, steak, a couple pieces of mushrooms, and just liquid. Whatever that is, that's it. And it's very obvious that that's all that's in there. Very simple soup. It's not terrible. Don't piss off old people. The older we get, the less life in prison is a deterrent. Here we have another shirt just about how old people are pissed off and cranky all the time. Again, don't really know this helping the cause, but still people are buying this. I guess there's just a lot of old people that are just mad at the world. This shirt does have a bit of a cleaner design though than the last one. At least they just stuck to one font and just kept it clean and neat, and I think it looks fine for what it is. It's a lot of text on it still. Shirts with this much text, overwhelming to look at. I'm not trying to read a paragraph on your shirt, but for what it is, doesn't look terrible. However, this shirt does feel more like a threat because, you know, jail time. Personally, I feel like even 1 year in prison really isn't going to be that great of a time. So to just not care when you're old kind of seems crazy to me, but I guess some people just enjoy jail time a little bit. There's definitely some angry Republican men that are just going to like buy this shirt and wear it unironically to like the grocery store while they have a handgun just shoved up their anal cavity. That's about the only person I can picture wearing this shirt. Just an angry old white man, gun shoved in his butt. The soup definitely gets better over time. It's starting to grow on me. Unicorn t-shirt, funny quotes, humor sayings, unicorns gift, cotton men's t-shirt. I saved the best for last. We have an absolutely unhinged pull here with this t-shirt. I'm sorry that we had to see this. I had to, so I'm sharing it with all of you. Enjoy. I don't even know if I can really show this shirt or not, but I'm gonna try to anyways. I'm honestly surprised that there's just generic unicorns on this shirt and not like My Little Pony characters because of all like the bronies on the internet that would absolutely goon over this. What am I saying? There's 100% a different version of this shirt somewhere else online that has My Little Pony characters on it. I'm not really sure what like these cracks are supposed to be or if they're supposed to kind of make it look more edgy, but you already win. You already have an edgy t-shirt design. You don't need to add these random cracks to it. I have no idea where you could even wear this shirt or even purchase it without ending up on a list. It already just feels like a crime to even be looking at it. I'm going to have to clear out my my search history. But there's 25 sold, so that's great. Soup, 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 soup. Let's talk about this soup. Steak and potato soup with mushrooms. Like I said before, this is kind of a bland soup. There's not a whole lot to it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty kind of just like 4 ingredients. It's basically just whatever this broth is and then a little bit of steak, mostly potato, and then there wasn't a whole lot of mushrooms in here. There was like maybe 3 whole mushrooms in this entire can, but it wasn't terrible. The potatoes kind of tasted a little off, but they tasted better like as I ate more of the soup. The steak was fine. It was nice. It kind of like it wasn't like tough. You could just kind of chew into it and it would just kind of melt, which is pretty good. And it wasn't like dry and gross either. I feel like there was another soup that I had where the steak was kind of like dry inside somehow, but this was better. The mushrooms were fine. There was like 2, so didn't get to experience that much, but I don't think it added a whole lot to this because there was barely any. But I think it was a good soup. There was a lot of stuff in it, and it was just a little bit bland. I feel like it just needed a little bit of like spice or seasoning or something to boost the flavor a bit. But other than that, it was a pretty enjoyable soup. Giving it a rating, I want to give this a rating. I'm gonna give it. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like 7 is generous. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I liked it, but it definitely could use a little bit more just to bump it up a little bit. But good simple soup. You like steak and potatoes? It's not bad. It's not a bad soup. 7 out of 10. Go try it out. But that's gonna about do it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe below. Check out some of the other videos we got coming out. Every week, a new soup, talking about some stuff. It's a good time. Join the soup community. Let's all hang out and eat some soup. Maybe stay away from Aliexpress because they have some t-shirts that I don't know how they can legally sell because they're literal hate crimes or just insane. But they exist if anybody wants them. Please stop buying these shirts. Nobody needs to own these. But thank you again for watching. My name is Rek, and this has been Soup Saturday. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. The broth kind of tastes like a gravy almost. Seven.